Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy TRUEDBZ back with another video, and today I'm gonna be announcing some very great news. So if you guys don't know, Dragon Ball FighterZ is pretty much the main game of the channel, and so I do a lot of content and is keeping up with the game religiously. So at EVO, which happened at this time recording 2 days ago, when the finals of Dragon Ball FighterZ happened, which was Saturday, the director of Dragon Ball FighterZ announced that Dragon Ball FighterZ will be getting Rollback Netcode added to the game.
Well, with the noise, you know what's happening. Well, still, let me translate for her. With the latest update we just released a few weeks ago, we believe that Dragon Ball FighterZ has been tuned to its finest. So we do not have future plans for any new characters or balance adjustments. But here's the good news. As you have heard from her, we have decided to implement Rollback Netcode to Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Thank you.
So of course this is going to dramatically increase the amount of players playing the game and the support of the game for all players, including tournaments and stuff like that. So just adding Rollback Netcode just in general just increases the playability of this game. So for those of you who don't know what Rollback Netcode is, so in the current version of Dragon Ball FighterZ, FighterZ has delay based netcode, which basically makes delay or lag basically dependent on how far your opponent is. So if your opponent is in Europe and you're in the USA, the input delay in the game while you're playing online will increase the more distant and weaker the connection is. So if you guys are far away, like in Europe and US, then the connection is not going to be very good. But if you're in US, like East Coast and West Coast, you know it's going to be a lot better than if you played someone on the other side of the planet. But it's still pretty laggy. And then Rollback Netcode basically makes it so that only one side of the players will actually be laggy. So basically, if your opponent is in the US and the other opponent is in Europe, the game will still play out as normal, but your lag will only happen on your end. Your opponent will not feel it, or at least it won't basically make the game, you know, run at like 2 frames per second type shit. You know, it'll only just delay it enough to where it's playable, but it is still very smooth. If you guys get what I'm saying. I'm not a tech whiz, but that's basically how I understand Rollback Netcode working. So with Rollback Netcode being added to Dragon Ball FighterZ, like I said, it's going to increase the amount of players playing it, and it's going to skyrocket, you know, tournament play and everything. So how would this be implemented? So the way that the developer basically said it was gonna work. So right now I have this note from the official Dragon Ball FighterZ team. So basically they said that the newest gen consoles, which is PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, will be getting a exclusive version of Dragon Ball FighterZ, or an updated version of Dragon Ball FighterZ, that will have Rollback Netcode already in the game. And I think PC, it will just be a regular update because PC already has Dragon Ball FighterZ. So, you know, PS5 and the Xbox will get their own version, which will have Rollback already included. And then for the older gen consoles, which is PS4 and then the Xbox One, which is very weird and very loose by how they say it. For PS4, I think the game will just automatically update, you know, with like, you know, regular PSN updates like they did with BB Tag and BB Central Fiction. So I'm pretty sure they're just gonna update it like that. For Xbox One, I'm not really sure what they mean by smart delivery. From what I understand, either they'll add the Series X version to Xbox One, so you can download that version of the game onto there, or if you buy an Xbox Series X console and you already have fighters on your Xbox One, you will get a you will get that version of the game on the newer console without paying for it, is what I think it might work. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not on Xbox, so I don't really know what that means all entirely. But I do think the PS4 will just be updated like normal, just like with the BB series. And then PC will also just get updated from what I understand. So this is a very big update for the fighters community. This is big. Now the only downside to this update is that the developer literally said that they have no plans on balance changing the game any further, or at least in the current state that it's in. They don't plan for any balance changes, which I'm guessing they're just gonna focus on rollback and finishing that up. That way they can make it the best it can be without worrying about balance changes. And then they also said there aren't going to be adding any more characters to the roster, so Labcoat 21 is the final character of the fighters roster. So with that fighters update, you know, it's okay. You know, I do think the game is in a good spot right now. You know, the fusions and androids are still running the meta. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But I do think a majority of the characters in this game are good and is tournament viable. It's just that everybody above them is just better. But I do think everybody, or at least mostly everybody in the cast, is good with very strong tools. And then also with new characters, you know, they can always change their mind about that, or they could, you know, be working on another fighters game years down the road and they'll add even more characters. Who knows? They can always just update the roster whenever they feel like it. But I do think Labcoat 21 was a good addition to the game. It's just that she was just way overtuned. But you know, I do think the roster has some really good choices. I would change some, you know, spots. I would take Vidal out, but who really cares about that? I do think the roster is big and diverse and everyone plays the same but different. So in terms of characters themselves, I think they did a fine job with these 3 seasons, or maybe 3.5 seasons of characters. So yeah, that is it for the fighters update. They're adding Rollback Netcode, and then there is no balance changes or character updates. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited for Rollback Netcode getting added to fighters? Are you sad that there are no more balance changes or characters coming to the game? You know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video if you guys enjoyed your time here and if you want to support the channel. And be sure to stay tuned for more fighters content in the future. I do have my Dragon Ball FighterZ patch 1.31 tier list coming out very soon, so be sure to stick around for that. So with that being said, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Sayonara.